Yes, people. Welcome back to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I start each and every show on the channel, whether it's the YouTube or the Twitch. Big up to everybody who continues to support Sarcasm City TV, man. Like, it really doesn't go unnoticed. Big up to you lot. Nothing but love for you lot. You really are. You get me? The extended family. I say it all the time. The Sarcasm City TV community is the best community in the world. And I genuinely mean that. But please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, whether you're watching it live right now or watching this back, hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And make sure when you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. Make sure when you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit the notification bell for all the individual videos as well, because sometimes you don't get notified when YouTube goes live for whatever reason. So go to each individual video and do that. Big up to everyone who be listening on the audio platforms as well, SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Links for those are underneath in the description, as well as the membership as well. The link for the membership is also underneath in the description, people. But let's get into the show anyway. This is the ManDem United podcast. And for those that haven't seen it, heard it before, it is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. And in typical Manchester United fashion, there's always something to talk about. There is always something going on, whether United are in great form, whether we're in average form, whether we're in poor form, whether it's a title charge, whether it's top four, whether we're in mid-table. There is always something going on at Manchester United. So please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related, please. And don't forget as well, people, super chat, and we'll go straight to your comment question. I will dive straight into whatever topic you mention if you drop a super chat, people. Let's see. Keenan was here early. Says, big up Flawless in the chat. Some good news for everyone. The job I was doing since November has bore some fruit. This morning I got the good news that I've now been hired on a permanent basis. Love for that, Keenan. Love to see people in the community thriving, you know what I'm saying, and stepping up in the world. So love that, Keenan, man. Big up to you. Congratulations. Man says he signs his contract on Monday. Here we go. Please, everybody, congratulate Keenan. Big up to Dan, another regular on the channel, also a member. He says, big up. He says, non-United related, but Adama to Barcelona on loan, option to buy in the summer. I hope he does go on a permanent. I don't want a player here that ain't signing a contract. Good luck to him. Yeah, that took me off guard because it seemed that he was going to Barcelona. Spurs. Bat of Krypton says, big up, guys. Get the likes up. Yes, make sure you do get the likes up, people. CR7, I'll call you, says, yo, big up to you. Big up to Shaquem, who says, big up Flawless. Big up to you as well. So let's get into the show. Anyway, as you can see from the title, people, it's 2 question marks. Donny to Crystal Palace, question mark. No new signings incoming, question mark. Let's start on the hot topic, which is Donny, and he is always a regular topic because nobody knows what's going on. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. People can give their thoughts on it too. I don't understand why Manchester United would let Donny van der Beek go to Crystal Palace. He is good enough to play in our midfield. He's better than McTominay. He's better than Fred. He should be playing in our team. There's no way he should be going to Crystal Palace. It hasn't been confirmed. It's a great deal for Donny. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic deal for Donny because he'll get game time and I believe he'll ball out there. Fantastic deal for Palace. Fantastic. I'm going to get onto Diallo as well, Keenan. Fantastic deal for Palace as well. But he's good enough to play in our midfield. I'm lost. And I did say I was going to back Ralph, and I'm going to continue to back Ralph because not every manager is going to make decisions that you don't agree with, and he knows more than I do. But this one, I am really struggling to get my head around. It's a weak point in our. It's the weakest point in our team. It's the weakest point in our team. He is good enough to make that stronger. I'm lost. Something, and I keep saying this, something happened that we don't know about off the pitch. Donny punched somebody. He slapped somebody. He cursed somebody out. Something happened to the point where he's not even getting a chance to show he's good enough. He's not even getting an opportunity. This guy, I don't believe, has started 3 Premier League games in a row the entire time he's been here. Something is off. He did something. Whether he was right or wrong, something. And I don't normally believe in conspiracy theories and things of that nature. But something is not right with this. Because every time he's played, he's shown glimpses of what he can do. He is more than good enough. There's no way you can tell me that he is not better than McTominay and Fred. And I don't hear this nonsense about he's not physical enough or he don't cover the ground enough. He covers the ground better than Matic, but Matic will play. So what is it with Donny? Big up to Daniel for the super chat as well. I did say we get straight to the super chats. He says, free Donny, send him to Palace. Yeah, from a football fan perspective, from a Donny van der Beek perspective, leave if you're not going to play here. Absolutely. From a Manchester United perspective, I don't understand it and I'm frustrated by it. He can help us finish top 4. He can help us go further in the Champions League. He can help us in our FA Cup run. Why are we letting him go? Why are we weakening an area that is already weak? With Donny, we still needed midfielders. Without Donny, we now even need more midfielders. We have Matic, we have Fred, we have McTominay, we have Pogba, we have Bruno. There are 5 options in the midfield area. So we have 1-6, really, and then the rest, the other 4 are 8s, even though Fred can play 6 and McTominay can play 6. But that is not good enough. Without Pogba, look how weak our 4 is: Matic, Bruno, McTominay, Fred. That's not good enough. How Donny can't get into that, I do not know. I'm really at a loss. I did say in Ralph I trust. So if he's let him go, cool. Unless Donny's turned around and said, I don't want to be here because I'm not getting game time. I understand that, but that's on us as well. I look at the Donny situation very similar to Martial. Martial should be starting for us. Donny should be starting for us. There's no way Martial should be on loan in Sevilla, even though I believe there's more water under the bridge in that situation. There's no way that Donny shouldn't be starting for us. Those 2 should be starters. In this 4-3-3, Martial should be playing from the left and Donny should be playing as one of the 8s. Now, if Pogba's back fit, Donny should be the backup 8 too, and even ahead of Bruno as well. Like, he's good enough to compete. He should be starting right now. I'm really at a loss. I don't get it. And we're going to see him ball out at Palace. I 110% agree. We are going to see him ball out at Palace. So I'm very much looking forward to it because we didn't want to let him go. I heard Newcastle were interested in him, but we didn't want to let him go. But then we're not playing him. So what happens now? Pogba, we know, gets in. We spoke on Pogba a lot in the past couple of days. Me and Toxin in the mud, and then even yesterday on the Ivory Coast, Egypt watch along. Pogba's injury concerns. That's my biggest problem with Pogba. Injury worries. So say he gets injured again, and we're left with Fred, McTominay, Matic, and Bruno. That is not it as a midfield 4. And then say, for instance, Matic gets injured. Then you're left really bare with McTominay, Fred, and Bruno. Or say Bruno gets injured. You're left with Matic, Fred, McTominay. Like, I'm lost as to what has gone on. I don't get it. It is free Donny though, because he's gonna ball out, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this. And then he's gonna ball out. You know what Donny's gonna do? Donny's gonna do what Lingard did at West Ham. He's going to do that. He is 110% gonna do that. In Ralph, I trust though. In Ralph, I do trust, but this, just because I support someone and have faith and trust in someone as I do in Ralph, doesn't mean I'm not gonna, not necessarily criticize, but I'm not gonna question certain things. And this one makes no sense. I don't get it. Daniel, big up for the super chat. Like I said, see, I just went straight to Daniel's super chat there, people. That's how it will run. Big up to Jero, says Jamaica in the house. Big up Flawless. Good to see much of fellow Jamaicans in the house. Love that. My dad would be proud. Why we're getting rid of our technical players. In terms of the Martial one, I've already stated this before. Martial wanted to me, Martial made up his mind to go long before Ralph came in. Long before Ralph came in, he was like, I just want game time. I just want to play. He took a pay cut to go to Sevilla. That's a man that wants to play. Because he could have easily stayed at United, sat on the bench, played a bit part, and collected his check. But he was like, no, I want to play. I want permanent game time. And he should be getting it. He's a better wide player than Rashford. He's a better wide player than Greenwood to me. He's a better wide player than Diallo. He's a better wide player than Lingard. He's a better wide player on one mile. The only player we have out wide who I think is on par with him is Jadon Sancho. They should be our 2 starters. So I'd be annoyed too. And that's never mind all of the other stuff Martial has to deal with as well. So with the Martial one, I don't blame Ralph as much. I think there was too much water under the bridge. That relationship was too far gone. However, sending him out on loan, no buyback clause, gives him a chance to come back once a new manager comes in. Donny, don't get it. I don't get how he's not getting game time. That one I will put more on Ralph. Absolutely. I think that's a mistake. I think that's an error, and it could come back to cost us. Absolutely. Daniel saying Ralph and Ollie don't rate Donny. I've been saying that for ages. We knew Ollie didn't. As for Ralph, he clearly doesn't. Don't get it. Don't get it. Big up to my guy Winter Surfer as well. Says two things flawless. I'm watching us cook worldwide Chelsea and Pro Clubs last night. And second for Spurs fan, he's not at your club. He's not at your club. Adama Traore, he's not at your club. So what Surfer is talking about there in the first part is big up to worldwide Chelsea. We've been playing him on Pro Clubs, FIFA 22. We're always looking for friendlies as well. But you have to be a content creator, have a channel, a musician, something like some form of entrepreneur. That's what I'd say, because then it makes the rivalry bigger. So big up to worldwide Chelsea. We've been playing them on pro clubs. In the last 14 games, we're 13-1. So we've just been walking through them. You can go check out on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch or the Worldwide Chelsea Twitch. And make sure you go subscribe to Worldwide Chelsea on the YouTube as well, people. Big up to Neo. Says he definitely rubbed off someone the wrong way. It doesn't make sense. People who say he isn't better than McTominay are the same lads who do not watch football outside the Premier League. Yeah, if you don't think Donny's better than McTominay, just give your head a wobble. Abdul says, big up Flawless, just finished the uni exam, big up to you. Big up One Rovers vlogs every time, big up Flawless, big up to you as well. Shakeem says, Donny is a way better footballer than Bruno levels. I hear that. My midfield three would be, with everybody, well, if Donny's still here, would be Matic, Pogba, and Donny. But it's different styles for different fights. There might be a game where Bruno, Fred, and Pogba's better suited for it. This is what I'm saying. You want options. The same way Manchester United have options in the forward areas. I want options in midfield areas. It's Manchester City, who are currently the best team in the league, have options in midfield. They have options in attacking areas. That's what you want, to change it up, to give your opponents different looks so they don't know who you're going to play. So we could go with Pogba, Matic, and then Donny. But then we might switch it up and go Pogba, Bruno, Fred. Like, you want to have different options. And suspensions, injuries, and loss of form happens, people. Like, we're early in February, you haven't seen Pogba since November. Like, and that could happen. Bruno could get an injury, Fred could get an injury, Matic could get an injury, then what? Then you're relying on what? Youngsters to come through and play a role there. I don't even know what younger central midfielders we have. That's Eddie said, I don't know what's going on. Eddie says Martial wants to play for France. That's true. That's true. Shakeem says Martial FC. Oh, yeah, Martial FC. Like, I'm still always be a fan. And I'm hoping the next manager who does come in wants to play Martial. Because I don't think Ronaldo will be here max till 2023. Cavani's looking like he'll leave this summer. So that opens up the number 9 striker spot. So you have Martial, say Greenwood, then you go get another wide player. Then we cooking. Then we cooking. Looks like McFred till the end of the season. Shocking. Yeah, I ain't over the moon about that either, Shakeem. I'm not. But this Donny thing makes no sense. And on top of that, the reason why I put in the title, no signings incoming, because it don't even look like we're trying to replace him. How are we letting Donny go, but there's no plans for a replacement? Even with Donny, we need a midfielder. Now we need 2. I thought we needed 2 midfielders before Donny. You could argue 3. We have 1-6. We definitely need a 6. To me, we need a 6 and we need another 8 because McTominay's not it. Now with Donny going, I suppose it's only a loan. You still need to bring in reinforcements. Going with 4 midfielders from January now to the rest of the season is not it. Matic, McTominay is 5. Matic, McTominay, Fred, Bruno, Pogba. That's not enough. That's not good enough. It's not. I don't think it's good enough in terms of quantity, and it's not good enough in terms of quality either. It should be 2 for every position, so it's a minimum of 6. Because 1 injury, 1 suspension, you down to the bare bones. Even if Donny, yeah, and there's midfielders out there. We get linked with midfielders, we get linked with midfielders, we get linked with midfielders. But yet there's never anything with any vim. Like, go and sign a number 6. We clearly need a DM. Reports have come out and said that. Ralph said we need a central midfielder. We need a holding midfielder. We've been linked with multiple, but still no offers. I'm hearing, who was it? Who was available for 10 million? Was it Hadara, who I don't know a lot about? The Zakaria as well. I don't know a lot about either of those. However, I'd take either of those. I would take either of those. From what I've heard from people around me and just small highlights, I'm like, let's give it a go. Cheap, 6 million is nothing. That's not a loss if it doesn't work out. 6 million, 10 million is nothing. I don't understand why we're not going in for these players. I don't see it. When's Pogba back from injury though, bro? I have no idea. That's a thing within itself. I think I heard after, I can't remember where I heard it, after the Middlesbrough game. After the Middlesbrough game. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like 6 million, 10 million. Go sign them both. Why not? It's 60 million. Go get them both. Why not? Do you know how much 2 holding midfielders now improves us? Because then you got Matic backing up as the 3rd. Or you could play them both together. Like, so unless Ralph is... We should already have it. And I don't like reports as well. Obviously, I don't know how true this is, so I don't know how reliable the source is about United impressed with Ralph and want him to stay on as permanent manager. No, that's not a good idea. Let him go into his consultancy role. Let him bring in his manager. We should already be talking to whoever we want as next manager. Ralph should be talking to whoever that is, whether it's Poch, whether it's Ten Hag, whoever the manager is, even if it's someone we don't know about and it's unknown. They should be talking so they can they should be identifying players for the summer. They should be identifying players from now for the summer. I don't understand as to why we are waiting. Plan right ahead. We're in January. We usually should be planning for June, July, August. Like, all right, this is what we're going to sign. These are the formations we're going to play. This is the style. This is the system. This is the philosophy. These are the players who aren't going to be here. When Martial comes back, he's going to leave or he's going to stay and be involved in this capacity. Same for Donny. Same for Diallo. And you talk to all these players, right? This is the plan. This is the plan. You're going to be involved. Maybe actually don't tell the player he's surplus to requirements because that's not good. But the players who are involved, you should be telling them. Martial, you're going to be here. Greenwood, you're going to be here. Rashford, and etc. and route through the squad. Exactly like that. We should be like sorting all of this out. But I don't know what's going on. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Because the likes are way too low. We're at over 30 of you in here. And we're even at 20 likes. Mods, please get everybody liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. I would have took Ndidi, Bambo. Absolutely, I would have took Ndidi. Give it to Mike. He says they're stripping down the squad, bringing no one in while still being in free competitions and expecting what's left to maintain any level of performance. I don't understand that, Mikey, either. I don't get that. They're stripping down the squad. Cool. If players don't want to be here, I've said it, and are unhappy, and they don't fit what Ralph's trying to do currently. Cool. But bring in players. Because they should already be identifying. This goes back to what I just said, identifying players for the next manager. Because people are like, oh, the new manager's not in, so we can't bring in players. Look at what City did with Pep. They had the Barcelona like backroom staff and everything above Pep in place before he got there. We should be doing that. So if it is Ten Hag, we should be getting the people in place for Ten Hag to do his job before Ten Hag arrives. So when he arrives in 6 months, he's got his guys. He's got the structure around him. Word to my big bro Nuruddin. They've got the OG. They've got the structure around him to do what he needs to do. Plan ahead. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. We shouldn't be doing it on wait until the end of the season and then figuring this out. This should all be done. This should all be in motion. Tchouameni to Madrid now. Our scouts are pagans. I think he was always going there anyway. I'm going to get on to Diallo as well. Big up to EFAC. Pogba, Bruno, McTominay, horrible midfield. Rather play Pogba, Donny, Matic, more balanced. I like that midfield. That's the midfield I would go with. We need to make space in our squad. English Premier League rules. Space in our squad for what? To make signings? Are you sure? I'm not too sure about that. Because Martial's gone now. It looks like Donny's going. Diallo looks like he's going. Lingard could go. That's 4. Like, so we should be on deck as soon as a player's out, a player's in. Again, why are we just so slow? We should be doing things expeditiously. Theo also says, since we ain't signing anyone, keep an eye on Zidane, Iqbal, and Hannibal Medri next month. Yeah, I'll have it. Yeah, 100%. Big up, Flawless. How you doing today? I'm good, man. I'm blessed. No complaints. How are you doing? I'm all good, though. There are 2 varying reports. MEM stating that Ralph is preventing the loan deal from materializing, while Sky Sports is saying United have no problem letting him go. Is this about Donny? Let me know, Black Diamond. So there are 2 varying reports. MEN saying that Ralph is presenting the loan, but Sky saying United have no problem letting him go. Yeah, it makes sense. Ralph's not dumb. Here we are. Big up. Yeah, oh yeah, I already read that. My bad. Like the video, or we'll get Ryan on to talk about John Joe Shelby. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Flawless's manager. Nah. Like, I'm not the guy. I appreciate the kind words, but I ain't the guy. Martial leaves. There's not much in the market beyond Haaland, and the best of the rest looks to be average. Calvert-Lewin, Tony, Andre Silva. But then that's where your scouting system needs to come in and go and find a gem. That's what it is. Your scouting system needs to come in and do its job. Scouts ain't supposed to do what we do. Everybody here, including myself, can identify Ndidi or Neves or Declan Rice or Basuma. That's easy. We can do. Theo, you can do that. When it's for Bambo, me, that's easy to do. We can all look in the Premier League and go, we're not scouts. Go and unearth talent from elsewhere. Go find someone from a Spanish league. Go find someone from the French league. Go find someone from Italy, Holland, Switzerland, wherever. Go find someone else. Like, go and find a gem. Go find a Kante in the second division of the French league. Scouts need to start earning their corn. We spend millions upon millions of pounds yearly. You know what I'm saying? Yearly on our scouting system. And what does it produce? Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Dan James, Cavani, Paul Pogba. Like, we can all spot them. Pogba was playing in Champions League finals. That's an easy spot. That's not tough to do. Like, scout. Like, I think people really, I know you lot in the chat, but people really undersell what scouts are supposed to do. You're supposed to go unearth gems. Go find me a Hernandez. Go find me a Chico. Go find a Kante. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Flawless, do you still think you'll make top 4 with all of this? Yes, Bambo. That doesn't change. Don't get it mistaken when you hear me questioning certain things going on at Manchester United. I'm still confident. I've been confident of finishing top 4 for multiple reasons. 1, because of the manager we have. 2, because of the attacking options we have. And 3, I don't rate the teams around us. I've said this. Leicester have lost more games than they've won. Are sat 10th and they're 12 points off 4th with 4 games in hand. Do I believe they win all 4 games? No. But the fact that they are that close to the top 4 with their games in hand tells you, if they win 2 out of their 4 games in hand, they're 6 points off top 4. They've lost more games than they won. Leicester out here like the Lakers. It's like the Lakers now being close to the top of the Western Conference. This league is not good. And I just use Leicester as it. Same with Wolves. Wolves defensively incredible. Dan might not like this. Defensively very good. Offensively not. They scored, I think, 18 goals in 23 games. Let me check that. Something crazy like that. Hold up. Hold on, let me check. Let me have a look. And it's like Wolves are sat there and they could finish in the European places. Wolves of what? Here we go. They scored 19 goals in 21 games. Tells you all you need to know. Scheme says Ralph rates Martial. I believe he does. I says get a gem from Equatorial Guinea. If there's one, find one. These scouts only want to get the finished product or obvious potential. Yeah, that's my point. True flawless. Anybody can see Rice, Neves, and Ndidi suits well for the CDM spot. United, these scouts are shy if we're being honest. They just don't find nobody. Like, they're obvious. We can all do that. We could all go walk into the Manchester United offices and say, oh, you need a DM. Neves is down the road. Ndidi's in the Midlands. Rice is in London. Basuma's on the coast. They're easy picks. It's easy. Go find me a Kante. There's one out there. Go find it. Go do your due diligence. Go search. Go on scouting trips. Everything Ralph is trying to implement, Van Gaal would have done in 15. Blame the Glazers. I don't understand why United are punishing Donny. I don't get it either. It's just me. I don't get it. I'm starting to think it's not the scouts, it's the management who sign off on players. The whole structure, though, that comes back into it, S. Morgan. Whether it's the management or the scouts, like, if the scouts are bringing players and the management is stopping it, then that's one thing I don't believe the scouts are. Because all our signings are obvious. Who's the last, signing we didn't know too much about? When you think about it, we were like, there isn't much. Probably have to go back to what, Dalot? Is it that far back? Is it Tellers? Maybe Dan James, but then again, he was in the championship. Big up Young Izzy says, big up Flawless, big up to you. EFAC says, Saeed trending because people hating on him because he went on Rio's channel. I hate our fan base. Yo, large up my Don Saeed. I'm going to message him. I'm a part of the socials as well. Love to see that. I seen him there. I seen James Redmond, who's my guy there. Coach Kams is also there. Love to see the ManDem flourishing in it. So big up to my guy, Saeed. Make sure you go follow it. I don't know all of the details, but big up to my guy, Saeed. I need to get him on the channel again anyway, but I love to see him flourish, man. Yeah, here flourishing. He out here flourishing, man. Love to see it in it. So large on my guy Saeed. Make sure you go subscribe to Saeed TV as well, man. Flawless. What do you think about Dalot's potential? Always been a fan of Dalot. Never understood the hate he got. Bear in mind, he never got a chance up until now. People are always too quick to write players off or too quick to say, yo, this player is generational. There's never any middle ground. There's never, ever, ever any middle ground. Dalot, this is the first time I can remember in his Manchester United career. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, where Dalot has had a run of games where he's played 4 or 5 games in a row. And we're seeing the best out of him. He has everything. Defensively, he's good. Physically, in terms of strength and pace, he's good. Going forward, great creative outlet, overlap, good cross, 2 feet, has a trick. The whole 9 gets up and down. Everything you want from a fullback, he has. Can United improve upon that position? Yes. But can Dalot be a good backup or good competition to a right back? Also, yes. Dalot, if he goes to Chelsea, plays. Tuchel would love him. I'm not saying he plays ahead of Reece James, people. I'm saying he's involved. With Reece James out, he's playing for Chelsea right now. And we'd see, and Chelsea fans would love him because he offers you that creative outlet as a wingback. Is he a better wingback than he is a fullback? Absolutely. But he's still good enough to play for Manchester United. I've been a fan of Dalot. Everything you'd want in a modern day fullback, he has, and he's like 21. But people are quick to, oh, not good enough. Let him have a run of games. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. You know what? Remember I said this, people. Watch him have a bad game, how the chat changes and social media switches on him. Once he has a bad game at some point, because every player does, oh, this is why we need to get rid. Not good enough. Let's get another right back. So reactionary. So reactionary. How old is man's 22 years old? Going to be 23 in March. And this is the first time he's had a run of games. Let me have a look. No, people. So he's played. So this is before. What's it called? This is before this season. So he's played 12 Premier League matches. Obviously, he played 0 the season before. I believe he was on loan at AC Milan. Played 4 games the season before that. And then his opening season, 16. So in 18-19, when he's what? 19 years old? 18 years old? So a teenager. And people are like, oh, get rid. He's not good enough. Teenager coming into a foreign country. Like, come on, man. We got to give players a chance. This is the first running he's had. I'm not judging you at 18 coming into Manchester United and saying you're good enough or you're not. I can guess and be like, is the potential there? And I could see the potential there. Like I said, offensively, he has a good cross. Step over, he has a trick. Can use both feet as well. Great outlet. Always showing for the ball. Never hides. That's one thing I'd say. I like his mentality a lot. Never, ever hides. Always see him asking for the ball. Always see him overlapping. I've been a fan. But when people were trying to write him off, I was like, based off of what? Pyramid Scheme says, big up Flawless and the gang. Big up to you. I have a funny feeling we're going to waste our budget on Rice and Kane. We need at least 4 or 5 signings in the summer. I agree on the 4 or 5 signings. It depends on the next manager. So I don't know. Noah says, bigger question. Would you assign Mbappe instead of Martial because he has a better mentality? I wouldn't say Martial. I have no issue with Martial's mentality. So no. I'd have to go back. I'm not saying no to your question. I'm saying it's not a mentality thing. Is Pelestri still here? Oh, yeah, Pelestri's the last signing that was obscure. And look, we don't play. He don't play. He's been out alone. There's already talk that the United board want to give Ralph the job on a full-time basis if he finishes top 4. This board cannot stick to a simple plan. Facts. Don't give him the job. Don't give him the job. Absolutely not. Man United haven't had a structure since Fergie left. He papered over the cracks. Facts. Absolutely. That is 110% facts. Nowadays, we have to spot them young, like literally young. There's too much competition out here, and it's still a gamble. Perez and Real Madrid's strategy at the moment is working. They're catching all the youngins early, and that's what we should be doing. We should be going, pitching up at Clairefontaine and seeing what's going on there. Would you say Dalot was a good scout signing? Yes, I would say that. But I don't believe it was our scouts. I believe that was Mourinho. Mourinho's not in charge. We don't sign him. That's not the scouts coming to Mourinho and saying, look at this player. This is just me guessing, people. That's Mourinho saying, let's go and get this player. I don't believe that's our scouts. Oh, Dalot would definitely be rated a lot higher if he was English. 100%. 100%. Dalot is cold. Yep. Are you keen on selling Wan-Bissaka? Not as keen as others. However, if he was to be sold, I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed about seeing any squad player leave. And that's what he should be at best. We should, if Wan-Bissaka is going to stay, we should use him in specialist moments. So say we're going away to PSG, we're playing a back three, and we need him to do a job on someone. That should be Wan-Bissaka's role. He should be here for specialist occasions. There's no way he should be backup right back. He should be third choice and for specialist occasions. We should see him rarely. We should definitely see him rarely. Don't forget we still have Lad as well. That's good, man. Competition for places. Why can't we have first choice right back, Dalot and Lad? That's good. And then maybe Lad can, well, he's out on loan. I have no issue with him going out on loan again. I like that. Free agents galore this summer. We ain't linked with one. Sewell, Kessie, Diallo. I don't want Diallo. Kessie I've not seen enough of. Sewell's the same. I've not seen enough of. We're sleeping on Ahmed. He's a gem. I even think we're sleeping on him. I'm going to get to Ahmed Diallo. I just realized the one-shot fullback partnership is as bad as McFred. No way tell us than Dalot losing their starting places. I hope you're right. Flawless, remember when we were arguing about Sancho being a pointless signing? Now it's creating an issue for people like Ahmed Palestri and other youth players coming through the club is a joke. That's not a Sancho thing. That's why you're wrong there, Emmanuel. Sancho coming in. Diallo wasn't playing before Sancho was here. Palestri wasn't playing before Sancho was here. That is not a problem. I don't understand this. If this was City, and we're City fans, we're not debating Mahrez blocking Foden. We're not debating Grealish blocking Foden. And they're more stacked in that area than we are. When Grealish signed for Manchester City, no one was talking about Foden's development. You know why? Because you play 50 to 60 games a season. There's more games. It's all about management. That's a structure thing. Sancho was needed. Sancho's our best wide player. So Sancho was, and he's different. He's our best creative wide player as well. So I completely disagree with this, Emmanuel. He's not stopping it. You need your energy is directed in the wrong place. That's a board issue. That's not on Sancho. Sancho was never a problem. Let's show thoughts on R9 welcoming Martial. Real recognize real. Real gangsters, not real gangsters when real gangsters walk in the room. I don't even know if that makes sense, but here we are. Dalot is a better defender than Wan-Bissaka staying on your feet, slide tackling. I hear you. Flawless, I rate Dalot, but he's dodgy defensively, but his forward abilities are needed in it. When is he dodgy? How is he dodgy defensively? I don't understand this, Noah. Where has this myth come from that he's dodgy defensively? Like, I don't understand. Like, he had the bad game against Danjuma, but every single defender has a bad game against someone. I've seen Thiago Silva, who's arguably the best centre-back in the league, make mistakes. I've seen Van Dijk, who's arguably the best centre-back in the league, make mistakes. Jorginho, one of the best DMs, make mistakes. It's a problem because they signed Palestri and Ahmed because we couldn't get Sancho, and in the next window we went and get Sancho. He's quality, but not quality for United. Plus, I said it's the club's fault. Fair enough, you said it's the club fault. I stand corrected on that. Sancho is quality for United. I don't know what he is like. I disagree. Palestri and Diallo is. I completely disagree. Still, there's no reason why we can't have Diallo, Palestri, and Sancho. I don't get this. I don't get it. Like, that's not a problem. There should be two players fighting for every place. Why can Sancho not be the first choice right winger and Diallo back up to him? And then on the other side, you have a first choice left winger. Let's say it's Martial, for example, and then Palestri backing him up. That's fine. I don't see an issue. We should have two players for each position. I don't understand how Sancho's a great signing. Like, we're just not going to agree on that. So, yeah. It's do or die time for Tony Martial Hearts. Let's see if he's still got it at Sevilla. I hear that. I would sell Dalot and Bissaka and get Lamptey. Bissaka, yes, and I'd have Lamptey and Dalot backing him up. I wouldn't sell Dalot. I'd have him as backup, though. Dalot as backup to Lamptey sounds great to me, but Lamptey has injury problems, which is a concern. Actually, let me see Lamptey's, what's it called? Let me have a look. Let me see how many games he's played and how much he's actually missed out on. See, injuries is a problem. He's played 15 games this season. That's not too bad. He played 11 games the season before that, and then 8 before that. And I know that's not him being dropped. So, yeah. Noah says St. Maximum spun him. Yeah, that's St. Maximum. Come on, fam, Noah. Come on, Noah. You're smarter than that. So because he got spanned by St. Maximum, he's I seen Trent get spanned by Dwight McNeil. Is he defensively? Is he defensively fragile? Like, no, man. We can't just take one game. You have to pick a bigger sample size. Like, pick up, like, this is not like, I don't like these myths with nothing to back it up. Man, I'm picking out one game. Felix going to transform Dalot into a Beyblade. That's if Felix gets on the pitch. How much does Felix play? Like, I'm hearing he's trying to get out. Hey, and there's over 44 of you lot. Well, there's 44 of you lot, over 40 of you lot in here. Hit the like button on the video, please, please, please. Make sure you do that. Hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. It is road to 4K. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV channel, people. Let me check out João Felix. Let's see what's going on. João Felix. He's only 22. Mad, he feels like he's been around for ages. So he's played 13 games this season. I don't know if that's due to injuries. Hold on. Let me see how many games they played in La Liga. So, wait 1 second. So they played 22 matches. Atletico Madrid played 21. So he's missed games. For whether that's injury, whether that's form, whether that's the manager not picking him. Yeah, like, exactly. People talking about Felix, like, people ain't watching La Liga. And this is another thing. This is a myth. Yes, Dalot is better aerially and positionally. I agree with that. He is. I agree. Flawless, what are your thoughts on David De Gea long term? If he keeps this form up, I'm all for him staying. He's been good this season. Been good. I can't remember the last time Dalot was spun. Danjuma. It's Danjuma. Where he just had a bad game. Theo says, Martial helped Sevilla to the league title and Europa League, which convinces the board to hire Julian, I can't pronounce his surname, as our new manager. Maybe, you never know with United. They're all the same age, and we already have senior players ahead of them. There's no space for them to get playing time to grow and develop. Someone is getting stifled, trust me. Who's the senior players ahead of him? Who? Like, I disagree with this totally in that. Sancho is not a bad signing, and you're not going to convince me of that. You just have an agenda against Sancho, which is cool. Sancho is not a bad signing. He starts pretty much for every other team in the league, bar Manchester City. He starts for Chelsea. He starts for Liverpool. He starts for everybody. Who does he not start for? But we're here arguing. I don't understand this. I don't get it. Like, someone's getting stuff. Like, how much have you seen Pellistri play to be putting so much stock in him? Sancho's better than Pellistri. He's better than Sancho. I mean, he's better than Diallo. He's our best wide player currently with Martial leaving. Like, if we didn't have him, we'd be in trouble. Even more so than we already are. I don't get it. We need at least 2 players in every position, including 5 at least in midfield. I want 6, so I want 2 for every position, but I hear your point, Jared. When we drew PSG, I can't lie, I didn't want to see Neymar versus Dalot. Hey, into the frying pan. Like, let's go, man. You're in the fire now. Let's see how good you are. If you get spun by Neymar, that's Neymar. Neymar can do that to better defenders than Dalot, but let's see. Let's see. I like that. That could happen. Let's test it. Let's find out how good Dalot is, how good Telles is. We need to find out how good these youngsters are. Throw Sancho and Rashford away at PSG, needing a goal. Let's see how you man do. And let's find out. Yes, I'll be on Rance's Twitch at 7 p.m. Yes, I'll be over there. Thoughts on this transfer window, Flawless, 0 players signed. Shocking. It is shocking. Not a surprise, but it is shocking, yeah. Because we need a midfielder. 110%. What do you think of the report that the board could end up keeping Ragnick as permanent manager? Don't like it, Ronan. And I know you don't like it either. Like, I'm not a fan. I'd stick to the plan. We did the same thing with Ollie, and it's like, don't do this again. Let him come in as interim, steady the ship, hopefully finish top 4, compete for the FA Cup, compete for the Champions League, into the consultancy role. He gets the manager in. That improves the relationship between the board and the manager. Hopefully should improve our recruitment, which then will improve our overall football. Like, let's hope so. Felix been injured and had the Rona too. Okay, fair enough then. Sancho is a baller. Time will tell. He's only doubted because he's here. Don't get it. We shouldn't have signed Sancho is nonsense to me. Big up to you, Flawless, listening to you at work. Man, big up Jermaine, man. Appreciate it, man. Large up, man. Do you think we keep Ragnick on as permanent manager? I don't want those reports to be true. Our board is stupid enough to do this. So it could be true. It could be true. Yeah, I answered this Bambo about De Gea long term. But my thoughts on him, if he continues this form, I'm all for it. But again, like I stated about of all other players, if he doesn't want to be here, let him go. And that's not just him, that's every player. That's Pogba in the summer, that's Sancho in the summer, that's Donny in the summer. That's two of my favorite players I've just mentioned there at this club. My two favorite players. But if they don't want to be here, you let them go. And then you invest and you go again. I'd be unhappy about it, but I'm not going to cry about it. I've seen all my favorites leave. This is nothing new. I've seen all of my legends leave this football club. My top 5 I've all seen leave. My favorite striker of all time, like favorite defenders, all leave. Favorite midfielders, favorite captains. I've seen Keane Scholes leave. I've seen Rio, Yap Stam, Vidic, Patrice Evra, Gary Neville, Dennis Irwin, Andy Cole, York. Seen all Cristiano Ronaldo initially. I've seen all of these men leave. Like, I'll be all right. We'll be okay. In the words of my guy Saeed, well, this is Manchester United Football Club. Jared says, and you lot continue to get your questions in as well. Do you think we'll sign a defensive midfielder in this window? Personally, think we'll sign Kamara. Can't put forth logic behind that. So you said it there, Jared. You don't know the logic behind it. You know what I'm saying? You have no faith, and neither do I. Do I believe we sign a defensive midfielder this window? Probably not. I have no faith in this board. I have no faith in this board. I never said it was a bad signing. He just doesn't suit us because of how we play. We have Martial, Pogba, Rashford, Sancho, Elanga. That's 5 wide players, and I have 5 other youths all in between 19, 20. All right. Elanga's a squad player. Rashford should be a squad player, so that eliminates 2. Pogba should be playing central midfield. That's 3. Martial, we don't know if he's a striker or winger and is gone now, so that's 4. So Martial, Pogba, Rashford, Elanga. So 4 out of the 5 you've just named either aren't here or for obvious reasons. So I'll run through it again. Martial's left, so that's 1. Pogba should be playing central midfield. That's 2. Rashford's not good enough. Should be a squad player. That's 3. Elanga, a youth player who I don't want to be relying on. That's 4. And then the 5 other youth players, like, there's no way we should be going away to Real Madrid and Elanga's in the starting lineup. And that's no disrespect, but we shouldn't be. So yeah, like, and he definitely, who does suit us because of how we play? Nobody flourishes here, Emmanuel. You know this. So that's a myth. That is a whole myth. Like I said, I just named 4 of the 5 players you just named. There's no way we should be going away to PSG and Elanga and Rashford are our 2 wide players. Something went drastically wrong. I'm not happy with that. It should be Sancho and Martial or Sancho and Pogba. Like, there should be levels. Nobody else is doing that. Liverpool are not going away from home, and their first choice is players the level of Rashford and Elanga. That goes for Liverpool, that goes for Chelsea, that goes for City, that goes for Real Madrid, that goes for PSG, that goes for Bayern Munich. The 6 teams who I believe are all above us in the Champions League ain't. We need to aspire to be to those levels and beyond. This goes back to the Victor Lindelof debate I was having a couple of days ago. This goes back to the Herrera debate I was having just yesterday on the Q&A. We should aspire to be better than them teams. We should be the bar. Why are we doing that? Elanga don't start for anybody else. Rashford don't start for anybody else permanently. Like, let's get our youth players don't. Pogba, yes, you can argue. Sancho, you can argue. That should be the levels. We should be in these debates. This is why I get critical on the likes of Bainesy when he talks up Lindelof. When he talks, Herrera slander. Herrera shouldn't be first choice. Or would you take him back? He improves us. Yes. But just because a player improves Manchester United doesn't mean he's good enough for where we want to be. Peter's in the chat. Ask him if he take Elanga and if he wants Elanga and Rashford as his 2 wide players for Chelsea going forward. I already know his answer. And you lot do. Like, this is not what it is. But that doesn't mean they can't be good squad players. I think Elanga's done well. Manuel says, you're proving my point, though. We have to shift them or play them regardless. They're not good enough places on the field to play them, especially since they're all similar age too. We don't have to play them. That's the thing, is we don't. No, we can play them, but like, rightly so. You're saying, back to the original point, you're saying we shouldn't have signed Sancho. That's an incorrect statement. Sancho starts for us. The players are backing him up. You just named a whole heap of squad players. Alanga's a squad player. Rashford should be a squad player. Like, I'm still lost as to what the point is. I'm lost. Big up to Bainesy. You know why? Because you're a great example to use from. That's why. You think Lindelof's good enough to win a league title? I don't think he is. So that's why I'm using that as a point. You would take Herrera back. You probably think Herrera's good enough to win a league title. I don't think he is. Herrera don't start for anybody else, neither does Lindelof. All right, let's call a spade a spade. Would you take Mancini over anything? I take him, win trophies. No, ideally, no. But if Ralph was like, I want Mancini, and Ralph I trust. Thoughts on Alanga? Effective, I like Alanga. And he can be a good squad player. We've seen the difference he's made. The goal he scored against Brentford, very good goal. And I like him, and he's a good option to have. Should he be first choice for Manchester United? No. But you don't need 22 world-class players. He should be an option. And I do like him. Absolutely. Love you too, Bainesy. Would you take Herrera back? Yeah. But it's not ideal. I wouldn't take him back permanently. Like, why are we not going to get first choice? Why are we not going to get first? We need first teamers. This is my point. Sancho is a first teamer. Like, go and sign first team players. We have enough squad players. Our squad is full of squad players. And that's okay. But now go and improve the first team. See? Look, Alanga, get serious players. This is my point. But man think we shouldn't have signed Sancho because we have Alanga. Like, come on, man. How many years are you away from a Champions League? Not as far as people think. Your Manchester United stop shoving youth players in the team for the sake of it. Exactly. This youth thing, I don't get it. I admit this. I'm not saying he's dead. I've already said G1 that I would take him as a squad player so far. I wouldn't move him on. I like him. And he's proved effective. So I have no issues with that. That's what you said on Herrera, but I wouldn't be happy about Herrera. You would be. And that's a very underwhelming sign. Does he improve us? Yes. So to that point, I'd be like, yeah, cool. And how come you only pop up when I mention your name? How long you been watching for, Bainesy? Man could have said, bless, flawless, how you doing? You had a good day. You're my G, did and all this. See how Bainesy moves and that. And you wonder why I stick it on him. As soon as I mention his name in a bad light, man, I know I'll say nothing. You know it's that. Well, let me had slandered Ronaldo or something, he would have popped up. Or deemed to slander Ronaldo. But big up Bainesy, that's my guy, innit? That's little bro. Nah, actually, Ralph actually likes Alanga. Let's see, he's actually under someone who can actually develop a player. I'm for it. I'm for it, man. Like, I have no issue with Alanga being in the squad. My problem is Sancho is twice the player Alanga is. You can see that already. You can see that. Like, Sancho is the level of player we should be signing in all positions in terms of potential. Like, our strikers should be of that level. Our number 8s, our midfield players, 8s and 6s, should be. Our fullback should be. Our centre-back should be. No, not Victor Lindelof. Baines caught in 4K. Facts. No, I said on loan, I'm happy, but we should still be signing someone like Kamara over him. You didn't say that in the chat yesterday. All you did was pop up and say, Herrera slander, I can't believe it. That's on you for not elaborating. That's for you for wanting to run agendas and run bants and jokes. And then when I respond, you're like, why am I the victim? Why are you always mentioning me? You didn't say this yesterday. How convenient. And you know why you didn't say this yesterday. But here we are. Oh, hit the like button on the video, people. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. We're at 44 likes. Jesus. Big up to you, look. Man called me a donut. I said it on Twitter, you donut. You didn't at me saying it, though. What did you say in the chat, fam? See, this is where Bainesy likes to try and twist something. You said, you popped up in the Q&A chat yesterday and said, Herrera slander, I can't believe it. Yes or no? It's there for people to see on the Q&A. You said that. I'm talking about what you said to me, not what you said to your Twitter following. United need to start signing players for work for the system rather than names. Kamara would be a good start. Facts. That is Bainesy. Always the victim. It's never your fault. You know what, Bainesy? I'm a voice note you that right now. 1 sec. Hold up. Me voice note Bainesy. Hold up. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Or did I not share this on the gram? Make sure you retweet and like from my Twitter. Share it from my Instagram as well, people. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that, people. Hold up, this is going to become a common theme. Hold up. Where's Bainesy in it? Always the victim. It's never your fault. All right, cool. We off that. Peter, why can't Alanga be loaned out? He can't be now because we've let Martial go. Donny could leave. Diallo's looking like he's going to go, which I'm going to get onto as well. So we kind of need him now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just see what Bainesy sent me back. Big on my guy Deviant every time. Yes, bro, just jumped on now. Is Donny defo going? It's looking that way. It's looking that way. I sent it to you on Twitter. Are you happy? No, I wasn't happy since you showed up, but here we are. Like, are you gonna get his feelings about that? I love you, really, Bainesy. You do realize heavy metal football favors physicality over technical ability. Ralph would love Alanga over the likes of Tony, etc. I understand his point. As long as Ralph keeps getting results, so I'm all for it. Because one thing that's getting lost in players leaving, Martial leaving, Diallo potentially leaving, Donny potentially leaving, no signings incoming. How we've actually improved. Don't leave, fam. I'm joking, man. This guy always in his feelings, man. Okay, I'll leave. Bye. Folding his arms and that. This guy's such a woman. As I was saying, where was I at? See, look at Bainesy. Always the victim. It's never your fault. Statman. But yeah, as I was saying, I love Statman, by the way, people. Look at these lot saying bye-bye, Bainesy. Yo, why does the chat always bully me? Where was I at? Yeah, United have actually played better under Ralph. Like, I like this 4-3-3. The switching formation I do like. And we're starting to have more... Look. Yo, this chat is ruthless, yo. Yo, you lot. Oh my God, yo, this chat is relentless, you know. Hey, only the wolves survive out here, man. You gotta be thick-skinned. Hey, I got cooked yesterday, Bainesy. It happens in that. Like, I got cooked on the stream yesterday. Like, I got cooked so much. I woke up today and still feel a way about it. I got in my feelings, in my emotions. I was legit like, leave me alone and that. Like, I got cooked. You know the Adrian Brown in me? Oh, yeah. I can't lie. I'm getting cooked. That was me yesterday. Oh, stop man in his feelings over Herrera. Jesus wept. He'll probably send me another message telling me he hates me or some shit. Oh my God. Stop man and Ryan are God's gift to the chat. Oh. I'm sorry, Peter, man. I had a moment, family. I can only apologize in it. I don't know what overcame with like emotions. That's what happens when you have a lot of love for someone in it. That's where that stemmed from. When you're close to someone and have love for someone, that's where that came from, like Baza. But yeah, back to it. Where was we at? To Alanga. He's needed now. With players leaving, he's legit needed. That's why we can't let him out. Yo, I tell you off air, Deviant, yo. Oh my God. But yeah, it was one of them, innit? You just have to take the L. Well, back to it. Yeah, Alanga's needed. Alanga's 110% needed, like, because we've loaning players out and players are leaving. And he can be useful. We've seen that. Should he be the first choice going forward? No. But if he continues this form, then you deserve your place on merit. You deserve your place. But I'm trying to think what wide players we have. Unless Pogba, maybe, I don't know. If Donny does stay, but Donny ain't going to play. He might go McFred and Bruno in the midfield, Pogba from the left and then Sancho from the right. Because we're forgetting that Pogba can play as an 8, but he can also play as a wide player. And I'm very much looking forward to Pogba coming back into the system. He could be like a new signing. He could be a massive difference maker in our quest for top 4, FA Cup, and Champions Leagues as well. Like 110%. But continue to get your questions in as well, people. It is. Why did Bainesy actually leave? Mazza, you lot are snide, you know. You lot are snide. But yes, on to Diallo, because I've seen mostly people not happy about the Diallo loan move. Potentially it's Rangers. I believe Rangers are second in the Scottish League. At this point, is it ideal? No, but Diallo just needs game time. He's got to play. Would I have preferred him to go on loan to a Premier League side or a Championship side? Absolutely. But I'm not mad at him going to Scotland. Legit, people, he needs game time. He can't just stand still and stagnate. He needs to, you got to play. Has to play. So I'm fully on board Diallo as long as he gets plenty of game time out there. He needs to be starting week in, week out for Rangers. And I think it will do him good. And then hopefully he comes back, confidence is high. Hopefully he comes back, his confidence is high, he's balled out in Scotland. Then the next manager is looking at him like, I'm going to use Diallo. Boom, you're our backup right winger to Sancho. Boom, Greenwood's back up to Martial or the new number 9. And it's looking better. What's this? 40 mil and he's in the SPL. Yeah, again. Serious. 40 mil and he's in the SPL while Alanga's playing work. Like, that's Manchester United for you. Again, mismanagement that Ralph is now trying to sort out. Because Diallo should have already been embedded in from when we signed him initially. The problem is he's not even getting off the bench. The problem is he's not playing FA Cup games and League Cup games and being backup. We're not bedding him in. So now it's like he's out cold. Well, you're just going to embed him into this when Ralph's trying to sort something out. Like, should have been playing. But the mismanagement comes from, and this is where I agree with Emmanuel in terms of our forward players. Ronaldo, Cavani have now stopped Greenwood from playing up front. So now Greenwood's playing out wide, whereas Diallo should be playing out wide and Greenwood should be one of the strikers if Cavani or Ronaldo isn't there. But this is all back to our recruitment being bad and there being no plan. It's just signing players for signing players' sake. In that instance, this is why I didn't want Ronaldo. Dainsy about to pop back up. But this is why I didn't want Ronaldo. Don't see how Alanga is getting chances at United over Diallo. Play opposite wings. That's the only thing. Bad recruitment number 1 and 2 because they play opposite wings. So you got Sancho who plays from the right. Greenwood plays from the right. So Diallo will be third choice at best from the right. Alanga plays from the left. Suppose Diallo can play from the left, but because you got Rashford who plays out there. You got Sancho who can play out there. Pogba, when he comes back, can play out there. It's just a space thing. And that space thing, where I agree with Emmanuel, that's not a Sancho issue. That's the forward players. We shouldn't have signed Ronaldo. And if we were going to sign Ronaldo, we should not have re-signed Cavani. Because then Ronaldo and Greenwood could have been the strikers. Them two could have been the strikers. And then that opens up a space on the right wing. And then Diallo gets embedded. But this comes back to bad management from Oli. How you sign a player for 40 million, don't embed him. And then when he's played, he's actually played well. Like, he scored the winner against AC Milan. Every time he's played, he's been bright. Similar to Dalot. Every time I've seen him, I'm like, yeah, you look bright. You look like a player. Similar to Donny van der Beek. You see a theme here, people, of Manchester United just continuing to mismanage players. That's what we've been on. Like, legit, that's what we've been on. And now it's all, this is just Ralph sorting out the mess that was left. It was. Sucks. Absolutely sucks, but here we are. Hey, 2 more likes and we're at 50 people. 2 more likes and we're at 50. Make sure you share this across all the socials. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Get your final questions in, people. Get your final few questions in, people. I got Miami Heat slander names for hours and stay here. Yeah, man, we all get cooked. You know what happened to me, man? Like, we all get cooked. No one didn't back me. You know what I'm saying? People just giving me the is he dead kick. Poking me with the stick, seeing if I was still alive. And I fought back, but, you know, a couple consolation goals, but man was already like 6-7-0 down at that point. So we move. AK says, why did United buy Diallo? From what little I've seen, the kid looks like a baller. Because there was no plan. There was no plan. All right, we're going to sign him for 40. We're going to do this with him in the first 6 months. Then next season this, then the season after. We don't plan long term. We don't plan short term. There is no plan. All of a sudden, the plan's now coming together with Ralph. Like, you can see what he's trying to do. Like, all right, I'm going to go for it. You tried 4-2-2. Didn't work. Like, all right, let me switch it to 4-1-3-2. That didn't work. All right, I'm going to stick with 4-3-3. That's working. We're starting to have elements of controls in games. We're starting to, which is a very, very, very good thing. Like, against Brentford, against West Ham, we dominated West Ham. I don't think people are sleeping on how much we've improved defensively as well. We've improved defensively, like, massively. Like, is it at the level where we need to be? No, but the improvement, I can see the jump. But yeah, we're starting to have, we had West Ham elements of control in the game. Brentford the same. Villa the same. Crystal Palace the same. That's 4 games. where it's like, okay, you can see him building something and putting the building blocks in place. So I'm happy about that. What else we got? Yo, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Deviant, I know you like the Izzy dead kick. I know you like that. I know you catch that reference. Battle rap reference for those that don't know. But that's what man got, the Izzy dead kick. And yeah, I was dead. This United's so overrated. This team is actually not good because only the players I think are truly good is De Gea, Pogba, and maybe Cristiano. I disagree with that. There is players there that are good enough to compete. Varane, I put in that. Dalot, I put in that. Tellers, I put in that. Some of these are first team and some of these are squad players. Fred, I put in that. Matic, I put in that. Donny, I put in that. Bruno, I put in that. Pogba, Martial, Sancho, Rashford, Greenwood, Cristiano Ronaldo, Cavani. So yeah, like, oh, I can look how many players I just named. Have United kept more than 2 consecutive clean sheets? I don't believe so. I'm trying to think. Well, we conceded a lot less goals because we had no clean sheets. Like, we was defensively awful on the eye test and stat test. Like, both of them we failed. Both of them we failed. Oh, yeah. So, we got a clean sheet against West Ham, conceded 1 to Brentford, 2 to Villa, clean sheet against Villa, only 1 to Wolves, 1 to Burnley, 1 to Newcastle, clean sheet to Norwich, 1 to Young Boys, even though it's a much changed team, and the clean sheet against Palace. So this is what I'm saying. Look at that. We've only conceded more than 1 goal. We've only conceded more than 1 goal once. That's vast improvement. Conceded more than 1 goal once. That I bet if I go through this, if I look above this, is not the case. So he came in at Palace. So conceded 2 to Arsenal, 1 to Chelsea, clean sheet against Villarreal, 4 to Watford, 2 to City, 2 to Atalanta, clean sheet against Spurs, 5 to Liverpool, 2 to Atalanta, 4 to Leicester, 1 to Everton, 1 to Villarreal, 1 to Villa, 1 to West Ham, 1 to West Ham again, 2 to Young Boys, 1 to Newcastle. Clean sheet against Wolves, 1 against Southampton, 1 against Leeds on the opening day. You see the difference? We've only conceded more than 1 goal once since Ralph has come in. That's a vast improvement. Now it's clean sheets. Now it's clean sheets. And even the 2 we conceded was late. And what I also like is he was proactive. We're 2-0 up away at Villa. We concede 2 late goals. All right, we're now 2-0 up against Brentford. Boom, let me switch this. Switched it, changed it. The subs made a difference. Rashford ended up scoring. Like, I like that. He's being proactive. Don't react. Prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. So let's react to this. Love that. The last game I saw, I could see a clear defensive line improvement from Ollie's play. Massive improvement. And the numbers show that, and the eye test shows that. Who's your first pick? Left back, Shaw or Tellers? Tellers all day. Been done. Been done with Shaw. Tired. Boy, I'm gone. Sign another left back. For the amount we paid for him at the time, which was a lot of money, the amount of money he's on, I think he's the best paid left back in Europe. Get him gone. And then you have Tellers backing up. If you want to go get a first choice left back and have Tellers backing him up, cool. I have no issue with Tellers and Dalot being our backup right backs and left back. No issue with those. That's good backup to have. And that's what we should have. That's the type of strength in depth that we should have. Absolutely the type of strength and depth that we should have. Absolutely. Hasim says, big up Flawless, big up to you. Zahed says, the level of opposition that Ragnick is playing less. Let's see what he does against the top 6. I hear that, but we conceded 4 to Watford and 4 to Leicester. I get your overall points, Zahed. No doubt about it. I'm interested to see him in not only against big teams, but also in big games as well. But we conceded 4 to Leicester and 4 to Watford. 2 to Young Boys. Like, we were just struggling against everybody. Where else we at? Yeah, 2 to Arsenal. 5, Liverpool and City, they're different, but it's not necessarily a competition thing, wholeheartedly. Like, it's not solely down to that. There isn't loads of decent fullbacks. No, there isn't loads of decent fullbacks, Daniel, that we know about. But then again, we ain't scouts. Go find scouts. Have all they have the best possible platform and have all the tools to go and find fullbacks in the world, in Europe. Go scout. You have the world. You have the whole world. However many countries, however many continents. Go and you tell me you can't find a right back and a left back who can come and do a job for Manchester United. Yes, definitely. If I can do it on Football Manager, you can do it in real life. Send scouts. Go send scouts to across Europe, South Europe, Eastern Europe, Northern Europe. Send scouts to Asia, Africa, Australia. Go and do these things. All across your life. Go and do these things. Send scouts to under 23s tournaments, under 21s, under 19s. Yeah, I agree. I just don't think we see enough of Tellez or gets a run of a couple games. Well, so far he's getting a run of games, so that's good. And similar to Dalot, I like the fact creative outlet, great overlap, fantastic delivery as well. Fantastic delivery in terms of from open play. So, and he gives us a nice balance. And like I said, he will overlap. He's a danger to the opposition. If you're facing Manchester United, you want Shaw to play because he offers less going forward than Dalot. I mean, then tell us. You want him to play. We're trying to cause problems for the opposition. Yeah. Get the likes up. Have we hit 50 before we close out? Have we not hit? Yes, we've hit 50. Big up you lot. We've hit 50 likes. We've hit 50 likes. Big up to you lot. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Don't forget this show, people. Don't forget this show. And all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen while you're at work, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, driving, whatever, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and it will pop up. SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. The links for those underneath in the description. Also, the membership as well. You can see Deviant, you can see Daniel. If you want many great perks in regards to the channel, join the membership, people. Link for the membership is underneath in the description, or you can just click the join. Just click join on the homepage. You can do it that way. And another thing as well, in regards to Sarcasm City TV FC Pro Clubs, I will be running trials. Probably maybe today, if not over at some point this week. I will be running trials, people. I will be running trials. So when it's open, so all positions are open. So goalkeeper, fullbacks, centre backs, midfield, 10, left wing, right wing, striker. And I'm going to run open trials. So this is your chance. So reach out to me, message me on here, because I'm going to be running trials for that, people. I might do it tonight. I legit might do it tonight. We should have got Alphonso Davies before we went Bayern. We were interested in him, but we did not go for him, and then Bayern got him. That's just one that got away. That's just one that got away, unfortunately. Here's final few questions in as well, people. Final few questions in. Go show love to Statman Baines as well, people. Go subscribe to his channel. I think we're on tomorrow, actually. I think tomorrow, yeah, we're on tomorrow. I believe so. I'll have to message him still. I message him now. He might ignore me and see what he's saying. He might not listen to the voice note. Let's see what he's saying. You lot getting an insight. Yo, Bainesy, I'm still on the live and that, fam. Are we doing a show tomorrow, 5 p.m. Stats, Facts, and Vibes? What are you telling me? Trials for what? Says Abdi. Pro clubs, FIFA 22, people. FIFA 22, PS4 or 5. Doesn't matter which console you run. Has to be PS4 or 5. Sarcasm City TV, B team. And when I say B team, that just means I'm going to have a number of teams. So that doesn't mean you're less than the A team. I might even start a C team if we get enough numbers. Because every time we're playing, when there's like 8 or 9 of us on, so it's me, it's Tox, Monts, etc. I always get people in the chat like, can I play? Can I play? So I'm legit going to start up a B team. I did say it was for the supporters and that. So let me know, people. Let me know. So that's what it is, Abdi. I don't know. And that goes live on the Twitch. The link for the Twitch is underneath in the description. And we've just been moving to worldwide Chelsea. Also, let me know. You might not want to play for us, but you have your own team and you want to run friendlies against us. That's absolutely fine too. That is absolutely fine too. We can make that happen because we've just been moving to worldwide Chelsea. Like in the last 14 games, we're 13-1. So yeah, we need some more competition. We definitely do. But I'm going to close out the show, people. We will be back. Don't worry. The ManDem United podcast is not going anywhere, even during the winter break. You'll still get the ManDem United podcast episodes every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Sometimes by myself, and then other times, people, you get us with special guests. And obviously, you always have special guests in the comments. Peter, Winner Surfer, Statman Baines, Saeed pops up, etc., etc. But yeah, man, love to everyone who has locked in. And this has been the this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in. Whoa.